the Mystery Mouse podcast. My name is Holly and I'm coming to you from Colorado, where I live with my husband and our 5 kids and our many pets. And today is Sunday, June 29th. So I have so much to talk to you about today. I need to hurry and get through it because I only have a little bit of time. And also, it's always a challenge for my family to be quiet. And also, we had to turn off the swamp cooler, you know, the air conditioner, but it's a swamp cooler, so that I could film, so it wasn't like so. I don't know if I have any finished objects for you. I did knit Leonard. Do you remember Leonard the lion? I will put a picture in over here. I did knit him a pair of shorts. The problem is I did not use a smaller size needle for the waistband like I was supposed to, because I just jumped in and was like, oh, anyway. So they're always falling off, so I need to fix that. But if I can find him and the shorts both, I will put a picture in here. So I did finish that. But I have a lot of things to talk to you about that I worked on. This is a knitting podcast. I also have done a little crochet and some cross stitch, so I'll be showing you those things. I have book talk. I have acquisitions. Lots of acquisitions, actually, an unusual amount of acquisitions for me. And I also have shop news. So this is a full-on I have all the things podcast. So first of all, let me show you, this is Teddy's blanket that I'm knitting for him. It's a mitered square blanket that I'm doing as a link from the original Legend of Zelda pixel art thing. So I wanted to show you. Last time, I have no idea where it was last time. I started over here. So this is his first little stumpy leg, and this is his second little stumpy leg. As you can see, he's like standing slightly back. And then I have this big section over here where I have to do four rows of gold. So I'm in a little bit of a slog because it's just gold square after gold square, like 16 gold squares. Because I think his sword, he's holding his sword up, like his arm is out and he's holding his sword up. So that is what I'm working on, and then I'll be done with the bottom. So I think this is turning out pretty big. I did notice it got kind of skinnier over here. I must have been a little stressed or something, because it's a little bit like, it starts out like this and then it's slightly smaller. So I did the same number of stitches, so I think I was just knitting tighter, but I think it'll all work out. But anyway, I'm glad to be almost done with the bottom. And then I think what I'm going to do is I have to start on this end because of the way the miters are. So I'll like go 4 more up and then over across the whole thing. So that is what I'm working on there. And this is a late at night project for me. And I'm knitting it on size 7 straights. With it's just acrylic, worsted weight acrylic yarn. I think a couple I got from Michael's. Well, at least the cream I got from Michael's. The gold I got from Hobby Lobby. I think the brown and the green are also from Hobby Lobby. So just an acrylic blanket. And that is going okay, kind of slowly. But this is all I have left from the first skein of gold. And those skeins are not 100 grams. They're like 200 grams. They're like the red heart. I don't know how many grams they are, but it's a lot. It's a lot of grams. So I feel like I've done a lot of work on that. So that is that. Let's see. Another thing that you saw last time is in this little bag by a needle runs through it that I got a couple years ago. This is my little crochet project that I'm doing just for fun. I'm holding 2 fingering weight yarns double. So I started out kind of, it's like a white and gray, and then I did sort of a rainbow, and then I did like a gray gradient, and now I am back to red. So I don't know if I'm going to do exactly a rainbow again. I might go into like an orange. I have an orangey red that's left over from something. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know, kind of fade a little bit more, try to make it a little longer. I might go into some pink because I have a lot of pink minis. So I'm mostly using 10-gram minis that I have from my, what is that called? The Carnival color, you know, the Carnival of Color, is that what it's called? I don't remember. Anyway, the 10-gram minis, I get 10-gram minis every month, and I'm always trying to think of what I can do with them because they pile up. So, I don't know. I think I'm mostly doing magic knot or trying to crochet over my ends, which I'm not terribly good at. So I'm trying though, because I don't mind weaving in ends, but it does get, you know, a little overwhelming when you change yarns all the time. So that is that. I know that I've added a couple color changes since you saw it last. Then I have in here a Christmas project. This is one of my bags from Susan of Delightful Works. I love this bag. I loved this bag for like a year before I got it. So this project you haven't even seen yet. This is a sock. So I've been having some minor health problems, and I had to go and have an ultrasound to look at my gallbladder and my liver and stuff like that. And so I started a sock because I had no easy projects. So here is this sock. I am at the toe. Actually, I'm ready to do the Kitchener. Easier to see if I take out these extra needles. So this is a Yorkshire spinners. Is that what they're called? It's this Nutcracker colorway. It's a Christmas yarn and it's sparkly. And I got this when I was at the retreat, the Knitting McPurley retreat in Grapevine this January. So this is West, that's what it is, West Yorkshire Spinners Signature Sparkle, and it's the Nutcracker colorway. So this sock, I don't know if it's because it's stripes, really knit itself. Well, I had a lot of evening things too that I had to go to, and so I just took this, and it was very nice to have something so mindless and yet pretty to look at to work on. I've never knit myself a pair of Christmas socks, which seems ridiculous to me. Of all my knitted things that I have, I wear my socks the most. So I'm very, very excited to be able to have a pair of Christmas socks ready to go. Also, I'm super in the Christmas mood. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for Christmas. It's been 6 months. Let's go. Okay, here I have a very old WIP. This is from my advent calendar this last year. So of course I started it before Christmas because I was trying to knit it as a sample. I only got about half of it done, and now I would like to get it finished. So here, this is my Cabot Cove cowl that I designed for my advent calendar last year. So there's 12 charts. I started with some stripes of all of the minis. This is chart number 1. This bow is number 2. This typewriter, which I'm really proud of because I think it looks cool, it's number 3. The open book, which I just want to like put on everything I knit. It's number 4. Taxi, number 5. Little city, it's number 6. Teapot and teacup. I think this is where I was on my last episode. I had just started this. Either that or had just started the bike. So, and then her bike, I really like that one too. This is a little phone. Did you remember she has a green phone in her kitchen? It's like leftover from the 70s. And then her house. Now I put in the pattern to do the house in gray, but I said, depending on how your gray contrasts with your background color, you might want to do it in the white. So I did it in the white because my gray was very close. Like, you can see this pretty good on camera, but in real life it's kind of iffy. So I did mine in white. And then now I'm on this little, I don't know if you can tell what this is. This is a sailboat, which is so cute. Love the little sailboat. So after the sailboat, there's one more chart. It's a lighthouse. It has a lot of colors in it. And then I'll see how long it is. So how I want it for myself. And I will sew it together. And I'll actually have this done. And my goal is, after I get this sample finally knit for myself, I can take pictures of it and put the pattern up for you guys. If you did not get my advent calendar last year and you want this Murder, She Wrote inspired cowl, it will be available. I also have some very exciting news about my shawl from the year before, which I still haven't put out, which I will tell you about later. Okay, so that is that. I'm really trying to get some work done in that. I've noticed that I seem to work on it on the weekends. So this has been my like knit in Sunday school kind of project, and it's not difficult. It's just color work, and I have to look at the chart. So I am really enjoying that. I'm going to show you guys. Look who has joined me for the podcast. It's Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Can you say hi to the people? Or yawn. Okay. She is just chilling. Now, one of my other projects you've seen before is in this bag by Stolen Minutes. Can you tell? I do this every time. I use both of these bags. I have another bag with books on it too. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about this. So, you guys know I have been working on the Celtic Swancho. Pumpkin. Go away. Shoo, shoo. By Cheryl of Wise Owl Knits. I will put a picture of it here. It's this beautiful cable-y sweater that I tried on a couple years ago when I went to the Knitting McPurley retreat the first time. I loved it. So I've been working on it, and I was having such a hard time. Like, my brain was not computing with the cables, and I had to look up every single time I came to a symbol. I had to look it up every time. It was ridiculous. So I was like, I was like frustrated, because I was like, I'm waiting for this to get easier, and it's not getting easier. But I really want the sweater. Like, I really want it. So it was kind of funny, because I told myself, I got to this point where I told myself, I don't think it's going to get any easier, and you're just going to have to power through. And after that, it got easier. It was amazing. So I finally got to the point where visually the symbols on the chart, like, I could tell what they meant, like, you know, which one was in the back and all that. And it was great. So now I'm really loving working on it. And I feel like I've gotten a ton done. Let me show you. So here it is. This is, okay, that's the back. So you can tell it's got short rows in it. This is the front. I just love it. So I have finished the first chart, and I think I'm 4 or 5 rows into the second chart. And I'm using Knit Picks yarn. Let me get out the thing. This is Knit Picks Woodland Tweed Aran, and it's in the Black Trumpet Heather colorway, 180 yards for 100 grams. It says it's a worsted, but it's like between a bulky and a worsted. I guess that's what an Aran is, isn't it? But it's just a very pretty dark green tweed, and I can just see myself wearing this all the time. So another thing that I did that helped was I was looking at the pattern on my phone, because it's a digital pattern. And you know, I was marking off the rows and stuff, but I decided to use a highlighter. So I printed it out. I'm using a highlighter to mark off my rows, and it is helping so much just to have that physical pattern there. So I'm really, really enjoying it. It's still going to be kind of slow going, because the rows are just going to get bigger and bigger. And sometimes they're very cable heavy. It's really nice when you have like an off row, because it's just kind of like you knit the knits and purl the purls. and there's no increases. And those feel like a break, even though you're going back and forth between knitting and purling. Just not having to cable is a little break. So, but I'm really enjoying that now, and I'm just really hopeful I can get it done to wear in the fall or the winter this year, instead of, you know, working on it for years and years, which I sometimes do for sweaters. So I think that's all the things that I have been working on knitting and crochet wise. Let's do some cross stitch / acquisitions. So first of all, I have been working on this. I talked to you about this last time. This is my longest ever whip, the 4-season cats. So I'm working on the last season, and I am working on this summer fat grumpy cat. And I think I'm doing the white, so I kind of went from like the darker, like there's like, I don't know, there's like 5 or 6 different shades of gray, which is why it looks so cool. But, you know, it was kind of a pain to do because they look so close, and I kept being like, did I do that color? Which color is that? Anyway, but so now I'm doing the white, so it's just filling in kind of what's left on his tummy and his little paws. And then I can work on the background. So in the background here, I know there's some like sunflowers in the window. Then I've got the border, and then I got to do all the back stitch. So this is the only back stitch that's done, and it's starting to come out, as you can see, because it's so old, but I did not do any back stitch in the other ones. So the reason I said acquisitions and cross stitch is because my cross stitch is living in these amazing bags that Susan of Delightful Works made for me. I mean, I did ask her, but it was so, she was so kind, and we did a trade, and she made me these bags. This is a fabric that I sent her that I had since before I had kids. I've had this fabric for so long, and I couldn't use it because I just loved it so much, and I wanted a bag out of it or something that I would be using all the time. So she made me this beautiful bag. It's got a vinyl front and a zipper and a little handle, and I just love it. And I also sent her this Christmas fabric, which is really pretty. It's like postcards, and it's like a nice quilting fabric. And so in this one is my mom's Christmas project I've been working on for a couple years, the sleigh ride. And I did do some work on this too, not as much, but I think I'm working on that sky over there. Anyway, this looks like, hey, it looks like it's almost done, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a bridge, there's like a giant tree on one side. It's really kind of hemmed in by stuff, so I need to work on that. But I love having these bags. They're so nice because I can stack them up. They're just a completely different shape than knitting bags, and I think she did a great job. So if you would like Susan to start making cross-stitch project bags and put them in her shop, please message her and tell her, because she's not sure like what the interest level would be, which I can understand, because she is you know, a knitting and crochet project bag maker. So, but let her know, because I think it would be amazing. I think they're great. She also sent me this Stitching the High Notes project bag that she got in a D-stash. She was going to look at the construction, so I put another project in here. This is a new project that I started since last time, and it's going so fast. So it's this tiny Beauty and the Beast. You guys know I love Beauty and the Beast. And all I have to do still is there is a little rose, the rose cloche. I think that's the beginning of the rose, that pink part, you can hardly see it. And then there's a little tiny bit of back stitch, and then I have to finish it. So I was so annoyed. I did Mrs. Potts. There's supposed to be 2 blue crosses for her eyes, and I just like went all the way with white and just did the whole thing. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to cut out those spots where her eyes are gonna be. It's like a pain, so I put this away. But I will finish it. I was very excited to do some Beauty and the Beast stuff because, as you remember, my advent calendar this year is Christmas in the Castle Library. So I wanted to do some Beauty and the Beast stuff. So this is a little bit smaller of a bag, so it's perfect for these smaller projects. So thank you so much, Susan. I am so, so thankful. You are such an amazing sewer, and I just love all your bags. Okay, so now for some more regular acquisitions. Let's see. I went to the Estes, what's it called? The Estes Fiber Festival or Yarn Festival? I don't know. And with Elizabeth, my friend, and I also saw my friend Andrea there, which was really nice. And I also met up with Julie and her sister Deb from the Knitty Cats. That was so nice to see them. I've met them at the Knitty McPurley retreat, and I think they live up north in Colorado from me. So I live down in the Thornton, North Denver area, and they live up north further. So it's really nice to see them. And she did a little podcast meetup, and she gave us all a stitch marker. Let me see if I can find that. So she gave us all a stitch marker, her meetup, and I got this little white kitty. So cute. So thank you, Julie. And let's see. I did not get a ton of yarn, but I did get some yarn. I will save that for last. First thing I actually bought was this book, Henry's Hat. And it has adorable illustrations. This is by Eric and Joanna Johnson, and I think they're also in Colorado. Here is their business card, and I also bought this print because it's so cute. I think I've seen this one the last couple years that I've seen them at yarn festivals and stuff. So I'm gonna frame this and put it in my craft, my closet. My closet office. So this is just adorable pictures, and I mean, is there anything better than animals in knitwear and stuff? So okay, so I have a couple favorites. Let me find them. I mean, here's the family getting ready for, I think it's Thanksgiving. They're all cooking together. Here's the, it's like the family and friends are over to eat, and there's so many. Oh, so cute. And then what's really neat is, so this story is about this little chipmunk, and he loses his favorite hat, like it falls in the river. And so he asks his aunt to knit another one. And then they have the knit pattern for it. And they also have a sweater, so like this letter sweater, and they have all the letters, so you can put it on there. And they have a pattern for the chipmunk if you want a little stuffy of him, which is so cute. So I read this book as soon as I got it, because I've kept all this stuff in the bag. I have not, because otherwise, I'll never find it again. So I read this to Grady like that night when I got back, and he really liked the story. And I asked him if he wanted the hat, and he was like, sure. So I don't know exactly if that means yes, but I'm gonna probably make it for him. So, and he wants it in green. Green and blue are his favorite colors. It's like a little girl with pink and purple. He likes green and blue. So I am definitely gonna make that for him. Okay, another thing I got was, because I have been in a cross stitch place, I got this hand-dyed embroidery floss. I just thought it was really pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. And I got this from, oh goodness, whitebirchfiberarts.com is the shop. And it's, let's see. It says it's 55% Blueface Leicester and 45% mulberry silk. So it's really soft and it's really shiny. So I'm really excited to just try. I'm going to try to do some cross stitch or something with it where I can pick my own colors. So I just think it's so pretty. So I got that. Then I went to A needle runs through it. That's where I got this bag a couple years ago. And I looked at their bags. I was very tempted. In the end, I got this tiny bag. It's like a tiny, like pyramid or triangle, biscornu. It's not a biscornu, but you know what I mean. It's so tiny. It has the world's tiniest zipper. It's like 2 inches. So I'm gonna use this for stitch markers. If I have a tiny, tiny pair of scissors, I might be able to stick that in there. But I just love the fabric. I mean, they got me with the fabric. So look at it, it's tiny little houses. Teeny, tiny little houses. So that's what I got. And then I also got 2 needle minders. So this is kind of a cross stitch thing too. So these are just really strong magnets and you can put your needle on top of them. So you put the back magnet, you know, behind your fabric and you put the thing on the top and then you can just stick your needle on there and not lose it. So I got 2 of those. So now that I have shown you, I can actually put these on some of my cross stitch projects. That is very strong. So that is very exciting. And oh, I got a free little, this was their Estes, what does it say? Estes Park Wool Market. Okay, so that must be what it's called. Estes Park Wool Market 2025. So those were from A Needle Runs Through It. Okay, hold on. Let's go a couple of things. And then I went to Little Squirrel Yarn. So I thought this bag was so cute. I just love their logo. I mean, my logo is a mouse, so I felt an instant camaraderie with this. Was a husband and wife team, and I just love him. So I think his name is Phil. All right, so I bought 2 skeins of yarn. You know how people at festivals and stuff, they say, oh, I'm just gonna buy 1 skein and then I won't know what to do with it, whatever. I say 2 skeins is the new 1 skein. So you buy 2 skeins because you could make something slightly bigger with it, you know, like something color work. And that's what I did. So I bought 2 skeins of their Little Squirrel Yarn fingering. Oh, it's their oak sock. So it's 75.25, 437 yards. And these are the colors Stillwater and Geode. And I thought those would be so pretty together. Really, really pretty. And she had a lot of color work cowls on display in her booth, which was really smart because it made me want to buy 2 skeins. So, and I also bought their tote bag because I just thought it was so cute. So that was my bag from the festival, and I put everything that I bought in there. And I think that's all I got. So I felt, you know, like I did okay. I did pretty good. It was really fun. It was really fun to go up there with Elizabeth, and we had such a good time. It was a nice break. So that was the Estes Park Wool Market. It's the first time I've ever gone. I really enjoyed it. It was a great show, and I hope to go back next year. I also have a few cross-stitch acquisitions to show you. So let me see. So first of all, I got these 2 animal crackers. This is by Stacy Nash Designs. And this one is, it's hard to not do glare. It's a little Christmas dachshund. And he's holding a little stocking. So I'd kind of like to make him like an ornament. You're supposed to make these like, and put them in a bowl. I don't know, this is a thing cross stitchers do. If you are a cross stitcher, you're like, yes, we know. But he's supposed to be like, I don't know, a little stuffy almost that you display. But I might make him an ornament. And then I also got, I don't know, my bag got messed up. I got this little mouse because I think he is so cute. And it also comes with this pillow. You're supposed to put some thread through his needle so he looks like he's sewing. His name is Bobbin, which is so cute. So I had to get that. And I got these from Lindy Stitches. It's where I get a lot of my cross stitch stuff. I also got these swan floss drops. And they just look like little swans. Oops. They look like little swans, and you can put your floss through them. And like if you want to kit up a project, and I just thought they were really cute. So I got those. And I also got this, and I'm going to start this in July. I already got the fabric and the floss colors. So this is 12 Days of Christmas Stockings by Annie Belcher. And they're just little mini like Advent kind of stockings. And I just think they're so pretty. Let me show you, see some of the other ones. Oh, here's like her inspiration drawings. That was really cool to see. I love how they're on black. They look so folk art-y. And here's a couple more. Just want to show you the patterns. 6 geese laying. Oh, they're so pretty. So I don't know how long it will take me to do these. They're not really that big, but I'm a slow crafter because I have so much going on, to be honest, both craft-wise and just life-wise. But I'm going to start those for like a Christmas in July kind of thing. All right. I think that's all my acquisitions. Let's move on to book talk. Okay, so I've got 2 sections of book talk. First of all, I do have a slight acquisition. It's just one book. Well, it's okay. So first of all, I got a new copy of the ABC Murders. David and I went out for our anniversary. Where did we go? To the bookstore. And I realized, I was looking around at the mystery books, that I don't have a copy of the ABC Murders, which is one of my favorites. But the one I had, I probably got at the thrift store, and it just fell apart. It the binding came apart and all the papers were, and I think I cut off part of the cover for some reason to use in a scrapbook or something. So I got a new copy of the ABC Murders, and you know, the Poirot with David Suchet of this book is one of my very, very favorites. It's so good. It's excellent. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know. Highly recommend. My other acquisition was this. Look at this. It is the Nancy Drew cookbook. Now, there is a story behind this. Okay, so I went to an antique store, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, I have to get this. I wanted to get it for my son's girlfriend because she is a big Nancy Drew, you know, fan like me. And but I looked at it, and you know how much they wanted me to pay for this? $99. And I was like, what? Because I gave myself a little pep talk, you know, before I looked at the price. I was like, okay, as long as it's like not like $30, you know, that would be a lot for a used book. $99. I was like, what? So I didn't get it. I was really sad. And then I was out again with my friend Sarah, and she was like, why don't you just look on Thrift Book? And I was like, oh, because I just assumed that the person who had the audacity to try to sell me this used book for $99 must have looked it up, and it's like the only one in existence or whatever, you know. So I looked on Thrift Book, and I could get 2 of them, you know, at least, because they had multiple copies, and they were like, you know, $12 to $15. And I was like, okay. So I bought 2. I bought one for my son's girlfriend, and I bought one for me, and this one is mine. And it feels so silly, but it's so satisfying. So this was published, I think, in 1972. Let me check, because I always find that very interesting. Oh, 1973 by Grosset and Dunlap. And it's got it's so great because it's like they're simple recipes because they're supposed to be for kids or beginning cooks, you know. And they have all these little tips like, you know, I don't know, the kind of things you would normally have in kids' cookbooks, but not so like hands-on-y, you know, like ask a parent for help, whatever. But so the recipes are not difficult, but they also don't have convenience foods in them. So they're very kind of like simple classic recipes. And I have already made 3 things out of this and really enjoyed them. But they all have such great names, like the Case of the Smothered Pork Chops and the Ringmaster's Secret Chicken. You know, and you can see They're just simple recipes, and they all have like this Nancy's helpful tip or detective dynamite, and they'll be like, for an extra flourish, try adding this, you know? So Twisted Candles Peach Crisp. Invisible Intruders Coconut Custard. Okay, I made this one. This is the first thing we made out of this book, and it was really good. It was like a cake. It was like a baked cake, and Mary made it almost all by herself, and she did a great job. She's 11, and we really liked it. So I highly recommend trying this out. So if you look on Thrift Book, I bet you can find this. And so I've also made the Mysterious Mannequin Casserole. And the other thing, I just made this today, was the Ivory Charm Shrimp Curry. Very delicious. One other thing I love about this book is that inside my book was a little, like a little letter somebody was using as a bookmark. And it is so cute. I wish they had put the year, but they just say Thursday, June 22nd, which is my anniversary. And it's just like, it's so funny how it's written. It's like, I feel quite justified in writing to thank you for a substitute week, and not a bread and butter, but a bagel and cheese and wine and veggies letter. It must have been a long letter the person sent her. My morning glories are obediently turning around their line. I can't read all this writing. The something infestation is under control, and if is putting forth its lovely blooms. I mean, it's just so cute. And then at the end, she says, Mrs. Peel is becoming enraged. I must go or suffer consequences. Thank you again for everything. Love, P. So I think that must be her cat. That's just how I imagine it. So it's just adorable. I love that. It's like this little window into somebody's life that they left in this cookbook. And so I'm going to leave it there too. And so anyway, it's very cute. The other book talk thing I wanted to do is my book I just finished reading, which was this, The House of 60 Fathers by, I don't know how to say this name, Meindert de Jong. He's the one who wrote The Wheel on the School, and which is a book that I have always loved. I've loved that book since I was a kid, and I've never read any other books by this author. So I have 2 other books by this author, and I started Shadrach, but I never finished it, which is a shame because I'm sure I would have loved that one too. So I should finish that. But I just needed a book to read one day, and I saw this on the shelf, and I was like, I think I'll just, I'll just read it. It's a kid's book. I was not prepared. This is a World War II story. I was sobbing at the end, sobbing. Like, I told myself I'm not going to cry. And it wasn't sad, like, just so you know, because I hate sad things. But it was so good. Now, it starts out a little bit slow, and I think that must be a trait of this author. That's probably why I didn't finish Shadrach, because The Wheel on the School starts out kind of slow. But I have read it so many times. I probably read it 10 times, so I kind of know what's coming, and, I enjoy the slowness in that case. But, so it took me like a couple days to get into it, and then I just read the whole thing. So, it was so good. I highly recommend. I did not know it was a World War II book, because you have to remember, I never, ever, ever read the back of the book. If you want to know if you're going to enjoy the book, read the first couple paragraphs and you'll know. Because you can tell from the writing style, I think. Anyway, it was so good. And I really enjoyed it. And it made me cry, which I'm not a crier. So, it was very good. Now, let's talk about things that are going in my shop, or things that are in my shop that are new. Don't forget, if you are interested in my advent calendar, Christmas in the Castle Library, I'll put the picture over here. You need to email me. I have just a few left of this round, and then it's going to close, and you'll have to wait until August if you want to purchase it in my shop. But if you want to purchase it now, if you know you want one, then I will put my email below where you can email me, and I'll send you the link for PayPal, and you can PayPal me, and we'll work all that out. And to just guarantee your advent calendar. So I'm very excited. It's a 12 mini skein plus 1 full skein advent calendar. I do something special for every day. I'm collaborating with 2 other makers. Very, very excited about it. So I hope that you'll check it out. And there's a pattern included in the advent calendar. So please email me if you are interested, and just say, I'm interested in purchasing your advent calendar or whatever, and I will get back to you. So, but in the more, close term vicinity, Shark Week is coming on July 20th. This is a knit along with the Politically Incorrect Knitters. This is our 3rd year, I think, of doing it. And so we have the dates, we have the theme. It's the Shark of Music. I'm so excited. So it's a combined theme of sharks and musicals. So I have dyed 2 special colorways for Shark Week. This is Hello Sharky, and it's a very beachy, soft pink and gray and tan. And this is like Hello Dolly to me, which is one of my favorite musicals. And this is My Fair Sharky, which is a little more hot pink, black, teal, and gray. And this is for My Fair Lady, if she were a shark. And Elizabeth at EB & Co. US has made a hot pink shark to go with my pink Shark Week colorways. So please go check out her Etsy shop. I will put that down below so you can go right to it. It's EB & Co. US on Etsy, and pre-order a pink shark to go with your yarn. So I'm so excited. I decided to go pink this year because, I've always done blue. This is my Shark Week color from last year, Sunken Treasure, and this was my Shark Week project, the ranunculus. And I love this sweater. But, we always go blue because it's the water. So I thought I would just do something different in case there are some pink people out there who would like to do a Shark Week in pink. I think that I'm going to use this, the Hello Sharky. I think I'm going to use this year for my Shark Week skein. So anyway, those are in the shop right now. You can get them in fingering or DK. If you want another base, message me and let me know. I have worsted, so I could do worsted if you so desire. Just let me know. I'm going to try to get all of those out by July 13th, so they are sure to get to you in time, because that is a hard deadline of 1 week for that knit along. All right, and the last thing, I have a new collection in my shop, which I'm so excited about. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I finally did it, and here it is. This is my Animal Crossing collection. So let me go through. So this is New Horizons. This is inspired by, the special Switch they had, which I never got, and I still regret it to this day. The New Horizons Switch, which was this pale green and blue, and then it had the Nooks on it, Timmy and Tommy and Tom Nook. So I did these brown speckles. It's really pretty. This would be a super pretty summer like tee or tank top. I might have to do that. And then I have the Able Sisters. The Able Sisters shop is pink with the green roof and this little bright green awning. So pretty. I love the Able Sisters. Then we have Dodo Airlines. I really like this. It's so oceany. They have a little green. The Nook's Cranny. I love that one. And this might be my favorite. The Roost. The adorable coffee shop. So I love these deep browns and dark moody greens, and then we have the yellow for like the telephone. So if you were wondering why I'm doing an Animal Crossing collection, because I'm normally a book yarn dyer, Animal Crossing is one of my all-time favorite video games. Now, I am not a super gamer, but I come from a gamer family, and so there's not much I could do about it. I have 3 younger brothers. They're all super Nintendo game people. And when I was growing up, actually, you know, I got married when I was 19. So my brothers were all younger than me. They were still in high school, and Paul might not have even been in high school yet. But the original Animal Crossing came out right around the time I got married. And in the original Animal Crossing for the GameCube, you could have 4 people in one little village. And so me and my 3 brothers, we made a village, and oh, it was so much fun. I just loved it. I loved playing with them. I loved watching the seasons change. And I never really played New Leaf, which was the one that came out, I think, next. And I didn't really play Pocket Camp. But when New Horizons came out, now you remember, New Horizons came out right at the beginning of the pandemic, like the week before everything shut down. New Horizons came out. So it was a little bit of a lifeline during a very difficult time, and it was so calming and chill. And I love the DLC, which is the where you can go to work and design people's houses for them. It's just the best. It's the best game. I still play to this day. Not very often. Like, I'll play for a few days and then I won't play for 6 months, and I'll have to go back and you know, weed the whole island and stuff, and it's a mess. And I know there's cockroaches in my house. But, you know, it's really fun. So I know that there are more Animal Crossing enthusiasts out there. I hope you're also a yarn enthusiast and you will be interested in an Animal Crossing collection. I have a friend who wants all of these in worsted and is going to knit or crochet, probably crochet, a blanket. And I think that is an excellent idea. I'm also thinking about doing some tonals that are like the trees for the 4 seasons, like a pink tree for the spring, you know, that reddish orange tree for the fall, the green tree for the summer, and the like pale minty tree for the winter. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know, because sometimes I feel like I'm just doing this because I want to do it, but I hope somebody else will be interested in it too. So I think that would be fun too, because then if you did like mitered squares or granny squares, you could border them in the semi-solid and it would look really nice. So anyway, those are in my shop right now, and I did put these available for fingering or DK or worsted. So check those out and let me know what you think. All right, Mary wants to show Watson. Oh, okay. Watson, say hello. Say hello. Oh, no, don't eat me. Ah! Watson is 2 years old now, and he still chews on everything and acts like a crazy person. Or he was super dignified.
I'm dying.
Okay, Mary's dying. All right, take him back. All right, so...
Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, thank you. I think that is all I have for you today. I do have a couple of videos, and I don't know if I have any photos, but I have a couple of videos from the Estes Park Wool Market. I am a terrible vlogger, but I know, I'll just put them in. That will be better than nothing. I really need to get better at that. You know, Teddy wants me to do Vlogtober and Vlogmas, and I told him, well, if you help me, because I am not good at it. And so we are thinking about doing that. So that will be fun if we can do that. But anyway, let me know. Oh, the theme for the July Classic Tales Yarn Club is... Mary's being so helpful today. Little House on the Prairie. So I did a poll on Instagram, and Little House on the Prairie won by a lot. So I wanted to show you actually my favorites. I read these all growing up, like over, you know how it is, on repeat. My favorites are Farmer Boy. I mean, they have that great story about the sheep. And The Long Winter. This is definitely my top favorite. It's so dramatic, so survival. It's just amazing. And really makes you realize how good you have it nowadays. And also that they were kind of going through a little mini ice age there. I mean, being snowed in for 9 months, that's a mini ice age right there. So, but this is my favorite. And it looks like it's a, oh, it's a Newbery Honor Book. I didn't know that. Anyway, so I will be doing a special yarn, a surprise mystery yarn for Little House on the Prairie, or any of the Little House books. It's just sort of for the series. And there will be a special progress keeper and other surprises and goodies. Actually, I wanted to put in a picture here. One of the people who bought last month's Mary Poppins box did a really nice review photo. So I thought I would just put that up here so you could see what was in last month's box. So I had the yarn, and then the progress keeper, and I had some tea and candy, and I also made a little tiny carpet bag, which I was very proud of. So I wanted to show that to you. So that was kind of an interesting box to do. And so you just never know what you're going to get in one of the Classic Tales Yarn Club boxes. I am really always so excited to do those. I love putting those together. So I hope that you will check all those things out. The Yarn Club box will go on sale on Tuesday, July 1st. So keep your eyes peeled for that if you are interested. And that listing will be up through the 15th, and then I'll take the listing down and send those out from the 15th and after. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for a couple of very terrible vlogging videos from the Estes Park Wool Market, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, I know what I wanted you to tell me. Tell me in the comments, what is your favorite Little House book, if you have a favorite, and why? And also let me know if you've picked your Shark Week project yet, because I am still thinking about what I need to do. So I know that Cheryl of Wise Owl Knits, she has a new hat pattern that is really cute. It's called A Shiver of Sharks. I'll put a picture right here. And so check that out if you're still thinking about what you would like to do. But please tell me what you are planning to do for Shark Week if you know, and give me some ideas, okay? So I will talk to you soon. Bye. I almost forgot. I was going to tell you, I am so excited. I have been not doing this forever, but I have been wanting to put out my postcard shawl. I have been wanting to publish the pattern for this for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to it, and there's people who are asking me about it, and I have been wanting to do it, but I always wanted to do pattern photos with my model, who is Ivy, my daughter, at the Denver Botanical Gardens. And that's just always how I imagined it. I wanted to do it there and just make it really beautiful. And so I finally did. I was telling David, oh, underneath, I was like, I feel like I need to do this. I feel like I need to do this. And how, I just never could get around to it because it was like, a trip downtown and all that stuff. And so I was telling him that on Thursday, and he was like, well, why don't you just do that today? And I was like, what? Just go today and do it? So we did, and the pictures turned out so good. So I'm going to put a few of those at the end also, so you can just get a sneak peek into our little photo shoot. And I'm really hoping to get this pattern up this coming week. So keep your eyes peeled in the shop also for that, for the digital download of the postcard shawl. And this was my Agatha Christie Advent Calendar pattern. But it would work with any of my Advent calendars because it's the same amount of yarn, the 12 mini skeins and 1 full skein. So anyway, that is coming out, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. let's do some cross stitch. Let's do some cross stitch / acquisitions. Mary, stop putting the cat on the table. Stop, stop. I know she's cute. I already showed her. The other book talk thing I have is the book I just finished reading. Mary, go away. What do you want? No, go away. You can show him later at the end.